As reality reconcilers, we look for the ways the divine signature is seen in the physical creation around us, and numbers are not outside of that. And as a math professor, I love talking about numbers, so I want to give you two really interesting examples of how numbers show up. So the number 40 is a very important number for human beings. We are in the womb for 40 weeks before we are birthed. 40 represents a new beginning, a new era. And we also see this in the Romans. They believed in 40 lashings as a death sentence. We also see 40 as the middle of a lifespan of typically about 80 years. So 40 is also found all throughout the Bible. When there was a reset of humanity in Genesis with the flood, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. When Israel was birthed as a nation, Moses was called from the burning bush, and he had to go into exile for 40 years in Midian because he tried to do it his way. When he came back and he set the people free, he received the law, which is kind of like the way that this new Israel, this new people was going to live. He was on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights receiving the law. Then when the people were supposed to go into the promised land, they rebelled, and then they had to wander for, you guessed it, 40 years. Now, this is also reflected in the New Testament because Jesus, when he was baptized by John in the river, was immediately sent into the wilderness, the same kind of place as the Israelites, for 40 days and 40 nights. And then his ministry was launched immediately after that. And also, when he was resurrected, he showed up to the disciples for 40 days before he ascended into heaven, and then 10 days later was Pentecost, which was also a new birth. And the Bible itself has this. There are 39 books in the Old Testament. The 40th book, the new era, is Matthew, the first book of the New Testament. Now, another way this shows up, interestingly, is the center of the Bible. So it turns out Psalm 118 is the center of the Bible. There are 594 chapters before Psalm 118, 594 exactly after Psalm 118. It just happens that Psalm 117 is the shortest chapter in the Bible with only 2 verses. Psalm 119 is the longest chapter in the Bible with 176. Now, if you take the number 594 and add it to 594, you get, interestingly, this number, 1,188. Well, that is 118, chapter 118, verse 8. Verse 8 actually has 15,587 verses before it, 15,588 verses after it, and that verse is, "It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in man." It's the center.